Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Horizon Forbidden West. We are going to very quickly check out a couple little side quests that are apparently available.
There you are.
Hi,
Oh, Albert. Albert's going to start spoiling. I actually was about to write that. And I'm going to do that now. Because you never know what random ass people are going to pop in all of a sudden and be like, oh, did you get to the point where this happened? Like, you son of a bitch. All right. Let me guess. Mildef wants me to go get meat and stuff. She's not a real redhead. I don't know about that.
Hey, Mildef. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hold.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that...
The graphics are so good, by the way.
Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Albert's asking, dude, does that actually happen? Did that happen to you? Yeah, that's happened a few times. That just, somebody will just pop into the chat, and then just start talking about stuff that happens at the end. Oh, well, I did this or that instead of doing that or this, and it's like, I'm in the beginning of the game. Why are you telling me about something that happens in the middle or end, And there's people that will jump in and try to tell you about shit that happens at the very end of the game just because they think it's hilarious.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals, not trouble.
Albert says, I hate spoiler culture. Yeah, dude, it sucks. It's one thing if the person has some kind of a weird tick that they can't help themselves. And I don't use that R word, by the way. Like the person who I take care of on a regular basis is an autistic man, and he can't help himself but to talk about things like in a spoiler, like if he knows that you also like a movie or whatever, and he saw it, he'll start talking about it and doesn't grasp that you don't want to know the end, and he can't keep himself. He doesn't have the impulse control to stop himself. But that's different. That person actually has a mental condition that, causes that to happen. And it's like, okay, that can be irritating, but that's not their fault. But there's so many people out there who are just hell-bent on ruining things for other people just for their own amusement, just to fuck with people. And I hate that. Like, I absolutely hate that.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before.
This dude actually looks like a friend of
Next thing I
mine.
knew, people kept coming back. Guess they like my food. Or the ale.
Yeah, worded differently. I mean, people are assholes, It's people wanting to feel better than others, put themselves on a pedestal or, you know, whatever to make themselves feel good by making other people feel bad. It's a fucked up thing that humans do.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Olvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems.
Which I probably have already.
As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrap if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way, assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildif. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
Don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
I like Mildew. He seems
I
cool.
got enough bitter leaf. Just need to hunt for some wild meat and grab a metal panel from a scavenger pile.
Alright, so we can do that. Albert says, it ruins the whole fun part of a good story to be spoiled. Yeah, but you know, it's lame because, you know, the people that do that, they don't give a damn about, you know, your experience. They don't care. And, you know, as far as they already saw it or experienced it, so that's all that matters to them, which is shitty. I was saying it actually ruins the way I usually want to watch movies and series. I force myself to watch movies and series fast because I'm afraid if I wait too long, it'll be spoiled eventually. The worst offenders are people putting spoilers in the thumbnails on YouTube. Dude, no joke. Dude, I have to, for example, like, it's no secret on this channel that I enjoy wrestling, pro wrestling. Specifically AEW and independent stuff. So one of the things I can't stand is, like, all of these different YouTube channels, that, including AEW's own channel, like, I can't watch Dynamite on Wednesdays when it's live because I'm getting ready for work and then I'm driving to work at the time that the show is on. So I have to record it and watch it the next day. And it's like the show is just ended and already there's stuff being put up. And yeah, and that's like, say some new guy debuts on the show. Well, that's all in the thumbnails to everybody's videos. Like, oh, cool. So I can't even watch it and be surprised. Like, I literally have to stay completely off of social media. I can't watch YouTube. I got to stay away from everything in order to not have something spoiled. It sucks. And if I know that there's something that could potentially happen, like, it's one of those days where I'll be in this big rush and I'll watch like the first 45 minutes of the show and hope that they show it. But then it's like my whole day is compressed, you know, and I don't have, you know, when it comes to like getting ready for work, like I'm up earlier than I normally would be to do that. It's just just sucks. It's hammers for hire. It's hammering time. Oh no, whatever will the hammers for hire do now that Gunnert has lost all their earnings to devious dicers? Another mercenary job, that's what. In this episode, our heroes delve deep into a mysterious tunnel at the edge of the claim, searching for the Elderman's missing daughter. Inside, they'll find a machine that will give them the fight of their lives. Can they survive the drilling jaws of this ravenous giant? Will they save the missing maiden? Find out in the latest issue of Hammers for Hire, Name Takers and Rock Breakers. That's all right there, quest giver.
What happened to you?
That damn mine is what happened to me. It won't be the last injury if Olvin keeps shoving those tongs into those tunnels.
What mine?
Northeast of Chain Scrape, where the river ends. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but Olvin probably threatened to cut off her pay. Or worse.
How about you slow down and take me through it? You mentioned you were injured in a cave-in.
Yeah, a couple days ago. That's how I hurt this blasted leg. Corvin and the others were opening a new vein while I was checking on an older one. As soon as their blast hit, the tunnel I was in collapsed. Might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a spark of sleep. We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvind and the others might not be as lucky if it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Hit the nail right on the head.
Albert says, that's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. It's shocking to me how little respect people have in general, and that goes in all departments. Yeah, dude, it's very lame.
How come Olvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Karja?
Try telling Olvin that. He brought in all the backing to get him open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
Who's Corvind?
He's their foreman. And a damn good one. The kind that knows how to deal with management when it gets unreasonable. But Olvind... his demands go beyond unreasonable. Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury when it was Olvin who ordered the extra shifts.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hours and lousy conditions. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Olvin's wrath than die buried in rubble.
I could check in on your crew if I'm in the area.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
You got spoiled for you that Ahsoka was in The Mandalorian. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, if it's a series I really enjoy, absolutely have to watch everything as soon as it comes out, because if you don't, somebody's gonna, you know, screw it up for you and reveal all the important stuff. Oh, good, I needed blast paste. What are you doing? Aloy forgot how to jump. Very congested today. I don't know what my issue is. Really? Aloy, you can't jump on the roof? There you go. And another thing is fucking trailers that reveal too much. Did you see the new Multiverse of Madness trailer? There is a huge spoiler in it, and I decided not to watch it because I want to know as little as possible about that movie when I watch it. Yeah, I only saw the what was basically a trailer for it at the end of what the hell was it? Spider-Man? Yeah. So that's the only thing that I saw. Oh, whoever it is inside the building, huh? Alright, I gotta go inside.
There. It should be
But
enough
it's
light.
obviously it's what? Oh, I gathered wild meat. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's always been a pet peeve of mine, because for years. I mean, they still do it now, but it used to be particularly bad, like back in the 80s and early 90s. It was like standard for any trailer to pretty much show you the whole movie. Like, here's all the stuff that's going to happen, and then when you get around to watching the movie, you're like, I saw all of this already in the trailer. There's nothing exciting now. I'll take all of that. Edward says, and I didn't even watch it on purpose. I was in the cinema and it just popped up in the previews, and then people don't shut up about it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Castaway spoils the fact that he gets off the island. Yeah, oh yeah, you know. I mean, I already know a lot about what's supposed to happen in Multiverse of Madness, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm trying to avoid actually seeing too much that confirms. Okay, so I can't talk to any vendors right now. All right. Like, I already know about certain people that are going to appear in the movie and whatnot, and I'm okay with knowing, like, a few things, but I don't want to know anything that's, like, meant to be a big surprise. And
that is preposterous. Why would we let dangerous machines into our own land?
You mean the land that honest Osram laborers work tirelessly with no say in its governance? The land that, should you sign the decree,
are you guys talking politics?
would be managed by the people who
Oh,
actually
it's
live and
the
work on it.
it's the jerk.
What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it. What other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
He's a good ass kisser.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast.
I hear that you're a douchebag.
You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The, burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing while demanding that good Osram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osram laborers of this land who do all the backbreaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. Then just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
So next to nothing. Albert says, that's nothing that I would, or yeah, I'm not okay with knowing they're in the movie. That's something I would lose my mind over in the cinema. Yeah, I just accept that, you're going to find out about certain things, and, not that I'm thrilled, but it's like, well, as long as they don't blow up any, like, major spoilers or show clips from scenes that are, like, meant to be a holy shit moment.
If Chain Scrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osram folk, of course. You think a Carja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chain Scrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
This guy sucks. Hulk and Thor. Well, Hulk being in Thor was already like, when they were initially making the movie, that was already like expected to be. Albert says, can you imagine seeing that for the first time in the movie theater? I mean, that would be fantastic. And, obviously the only way that you can pull that off is if you literally don't go on social media or the internet at all. And then if you don't pay attention to any trailers whatsoever, but, something like Thor, they can't just give away like, oh, Thor is in another movie. They got to get people excited to go and see it. So stuff like that, like, revealing that, Hulk is a big part of the movie, like they kind of have to. Albert says, my point is they shouldn't even put it in the trailer. But again, that's a major, like for the Hulk being in Thor, like that was a major part of that movie. And that was, there's a lot of people who, the second Thor movie, people were bummed out about it. So to get people to come to the third one to see Ragnarok, you had to give people something exciting and, change their opinions of what the Thor series was going to be. So after Dark World, where people were like, "Buh," like that got people excited. Unfortunately, that's advertising, and you have to give something like that away.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is going to get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
This guy sucks.
Blow the whistle. Better see what that Carja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Whoops. How do I... Alright, fine errand. Albert says, I understand why they did it, but it ruins the art. And there's no argument with that. Sure, it's because of the studio wanting to pull as many as possible in to see it. Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about a major motion picture, you know, you're not just trying to attract the hardcore fans. You're trying to attract the the average mainstream media viewer. So you got to come up with stuff that's going to appeal to everybody, and it's going to pull in someone who may not necessarily want to go and see the movie. All right, hold on. Acid arrows. Okay.
Gotta find a cauldron to learn how to run. Where are you off to?
You know, wild boar are notoriously really aggressive, so it's kind of weird that it's not trying to kill me.
Is that a tripwire? The whole area's rigged with them.
Hey, you! Make it worth your while if you kill these scroungers.
It's always something. Hold tight! I'll see what I can do!
Try luring them into the tripwires.
Alright, there's lots of medicinal stuff here. Alright, now can I get you to... Oh, shit, there's multiple. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Whoops. Run away. Ow.
Fancy wire work.
Whee. Oh, there's 3 of them. Awesome. Oh, gee, thanks for permission to kill him however I want.
That's the last one.
Hello, Red. What a day, what a day.
Yeah, what a day, what a day. Yeah, look what I had to do.
Thank the Ford Tripwire's handy.
Ours says the movie is less cool because
Come on over.
it wasn't a reveal. Imagine if the reveal that Cap can wield Thor's hammer in Endgame, or that Thor is fat or whatever. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're not going to give away little stuff like that, but clearly they don't have a problem giving away a major thing such as what's his face, Hulk being in it. How many arrows do I craft at once?
Spare a moment, will ya?
Yeah, how about you chill out there, dude? Ooh, let's not run into that.
Save these for when I need it.
Oh, I'm full already? No. Hey, metal shards.
Who knows how long with these scroungers around?
I don't know how long. You could have been stranded there forever. Forever. That's 9. Did I collect... Did I get everything from the, off the bodies?
Got a second there, Red?
Give me a second, dude. Yes, hello.
I see you're a practiced hunter. Took you less time to kill those scroungers than vanguards to kill one bristleback.
So the vanguards came through here?
Yeah, just a bit ago. Down that bristleback, headed south. But then those scroungers showed up to carve the carcass, as they do. Then another bristleback ran through. I'm telling you, it's crazy around here.
So the vanguard went south?
Probably. This whole valley is swarming with them. The vanguard seemed dead set on getting rid of them.
I see.
Hold on there, Red. If you're gonna go chasing across the Daunt, you're gonna want a tripcaster. Not just any tripcaster. One of my make. Free of charge.
Well, that was nice of you.
Ship looks solid enough.
Yep. Been tweaking the design since I left Chain Scrape. More room to tinker out here and less chance of, well, accidents.
Did something happen in Chain Scrape?
An accident happened.
One.
Let me guess. Olvend.
Back when I had a place in town, he took a real interest in my wares. Kept pressing for the Ulven discount. I said no. He didn't like that so much. I can't prove it, but that Jeff bucket set my workshop on fire. Felt it best to put some distance between us after that.
Cable car operator told me the bristlebacks just appeared yesterday. Do you know anything about them?
How is old Karn? Back in the day, me and him got into all sorts of trouble. There was this one time that...
Anything about the bristlebacks?
No. Karn said true. He just showed up and ran amok. Lucky for me, I've got you and the Vanguard swooping in time to save my backside.
I should get going. Thanks for the tripcaster.
While you're blasting bristlebacks, I think I'll head down to the hunting grounds. Did you know they have a tripcaster trial? Come by later if you want to try it out.
Maybe. After I get things under control. So Aaron headed south. Should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus.
Tripcasters allow you to place various types of tripwires. Tap R2 while aiming to set up the first anchor point, then aim and fire again to place the second. There's a limit to how many tripwires can be placed at once. Be careful not to run into your own tripwires. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll do that 400 or 500 times. Enemies that trigger the tripwire will receive shock damage as well as shock buildup, indicated by an icon above them. When the build-up icon is full, enemies will become shocked for a limited time. Enemies cannot move while in the shocked state and are vulnerable to critical strike melee attacks. Use a focus to scan enemies and see if they're strong or weak against shock attacks. Okay. Okay. Well, I see a save point. Might as well go activate that and... I meant to manual save. Someone is in trouble. I must go and help them now. It's an acid bristleback. How do I switch arrows? Okay, I can't figure out. Is that all you gotta do? I guess that's all I had to do. Say what now?
We'll get you out, don't worry.
Mighty thankful to you, Savior.
Just Aloy is fine.
Aaron mentioned you're not one for fancy titles.
You're Vanguard.
Well, I hear the escort Wadis is delicate behind to the embassy.
If we can get rid of these bristlebacks.
Captain said to keep an eye on Chainscrape, then these ugly lugs showed up.
Gave the first one a good beating.
But didn't quite have time to roll out of the way when it fell.
Told you it wasn't a good idea to eat that much before heading out.
I should probably get going.
Now, if you see any more of these bristlebacks...
I'll make sure to roll out of their way.
Might want to take some of these with you as well. They're handy in a pinch.
Thanks.
Stay safe, Aloy.
What was that? What'd you give me? Smoke bombs. Cool. Deploy smoke bombs, confuse nearby enemies, and escape back into stealth. Smoke bombs can also be used underwater. Well, that's convenient. Smoke bombs. Alright, now, hold on. Before I head over there, there's still that matter of whatever this question mark is. There's something injured over there. Okay, it's odd that it's just running away like that. Okay, and what exactly is this? What are you random people doing?
There's the quarry Thurles mentioned.
Oh. Well, this is convenient. So weird that that one badly wounded. Whoops. There it is. I think I want to take him out. That thing is just trouble. Oh, you bought Elden Ring? Right on. I don't have the patience for that game, but friends of mine that have been playing it have been enjoying it. Yeah, I hit it in the weak spot. I don't know how. A coil is available. Unlock coil slots on your weapons by upgrading them. Equip coils you loot or purchase to improve your weapon's performance. Okay.
I'll stash this away for later.
Albert says, I'm already scared. Isn't it great? Alright, is that a... Okay, so it's a few dead bristlebacks, and I'm getting farther and farther away from my objective. Yeah, the biggest complaint, though, that I've heard about Elden Ring is, like, if you're into stories, like plot lines and whatnot, then it's not exactly a game that's too, it's not very story heavy, so to speak. Old barrels. Ever says, I really can't wait to create my own character and fight to level up and finding new weapons and armor. Just a feeling of having a new open world game to explore. Well, none of the Souls games have a good story. That's another big part of why I don't really get into them. But again, it's personal preference, so.
See what it picks up. There's tracks headed up the hill. The errands? My focus can help me follow them. It's a ruin from the old world. I could find something interesting inside.
I bet we could.
Okay. What do we have in here?
The Daunt. Treasures await those who dare explore the ruins of the old world. Explore the ruins. All right, well, that's what we're doing here anyway, so. Can be moved by the handles or with the pole caster. Okay, so I'll need to move this to a point where I can use it to hop up on things? Or is it not even necessary? Not even necessary. Or is it? Albert says it's an adventure game. And embarking on an adventure is a story in itself, wouldn't you say? Kind of pretentious to say that, but it's true. Well, see, here's the thing. Like, for me, personally, if I'm playing a game, like, I want there to be an interesting story being told that's going to grab my attention and keep me vested in whatever's happening. Now, if you can build an open world... Oh, should I drag that thing over here? But if you can build an open world game and have it so that you can create your own story within it and, you know, make it be interesting enough that, like, you know, you can literally, like, build your own...
Need some kind of key module.
Oh, so I can't even get in there yet. But, like, if you could build your own narrative as you're playing it and whatnot, like, that's cool. But there's really not a lot of room for, like... I don't know. There's not a lot of room for, like, playability if there's not enough there to kind of guide you towards making a story. I don't know. I feel like I'm babbling because I'm trying to think and play this at the same time. All right. Like, for instance, like, I didn't mind Fallout where, like, you know, you were able to kind of come up with your own, you know, since you can completely create your character and everything else. And it was like, that was cool if you can create your own story and shit, but you really, technically, you really couldn't create that much of a story with it. Because you were still caught within the confines of the game itself and the story that it's telling. But there's enough of the world and whatnot that you can kind of create something interesting, which I had tried to do, and then I thought I was doing all right, and then the save file that I had at that time got corrupted, and it ruined my whole thing. I can't get into where I need to go in. That's really annoying. School bus. All right. How? So I guess this used to be an old school. So do I drag this over to a certain point? But I mean, I really can't drag it any further than it already is. Okay, how come she had no problem at all just hopping up this time, whereas every other time I was jumping up here?
Wonder how I can get in there to get it.
Yeah. Okay, that tells me nothing. Just says gather the ornament. Gee, thanks. Robert says, I hope it's going to be good. I spent a lot on it. Well, if you like the Souls games, if you like that stuff, then I think you're going to enjoy Elden Ring. Because like I said, everyone that I know that's been playing it has been enjoying it. How can I shoot that? Nope.
I think I can pull that.
Alright. I got a feeling there's nothing else I can do here, huh? The only access is through that door, which I need a key. Nah, dude, I'm not gonna waste my time and money on Elden Rings. Because that's a $70 investment for something that's simply gonna piss me off, and that to me is a waste of money. How do I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to get up there. What is that? Alright, I gotta be able to get in there, right? Like the Souls games and Sekiro and stuff, like they're cool to like watch other people like do a playthrough of it, but personally I would throw my controller through a wall. Because I would not have the patience. Ancient supply box. Yeah. Structural support. Oh. Oh. But the question is,
It's not hooking onto that.
where am I supposed to do that from? There was a window over here. Maybe that's where I do it. No. God damn it. Is there no other spots for me to... Watch out there, Rocky Raccoon. Can I possibly... Is there an area that I can get to where I can pull the things down from up above? I'm sure I'm missing something very, very simple. All right, you know what? I think I am about to say screw this spot right here, and I'll come back to this on my own time because that is very annoying.
Can get data to override machines from cauldrons. Just need to find one.
Well, that was the wrong button. Whoops. Oops.
It's a ruin from the old world. But I could find something interesting inside.
Yeah, you probably could, but you can't get up there, so don't bother with it. Unless I can... No. I'm going to ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Why? Stabbed in the butt. While he's busy drilling away. Stabbed in the rectum. I can hear all kinds of commotion going on. Hello?
Sounds like someone's putting up a fight.
Alright, I can't get through there.
Another one down! Now this is what I was forged for. No ledgers to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols. Just a hammer. Just the fight.
Oh, hello.
Errand!
Good job, Errand. Way to pay attention.
Stay where you are. I'll handle the rest. Those bristlebacks have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
Turn them to scrap, Aloy.
Get back down.
Like hammered and metal.
Oh no, I am not getting smashed by that. Take all that, thank you very much. Oh.
Clever one.
Ow. What?
Yeah, you might have to meet me halfway here. Ah! Ah!
A bristleback savage, so not just a bristleback. Oh, well, I didn't know there was any environmental traps that I could have shot.
Caught me at my best, as usual.
Well, you did the hard part. I just took care of the stragglers. How bad is it?
Who needs ribs, huh? Oh. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Huh. Okay, well, I know you didn't come all the way to the dump just to watch me get wrecked. So what's the story?
I need the embassy to happen, so I can head west. Erend, what I did at the Spire... what we did... it didn't end the threat. It just slowed it down. There's still more to do.
Really? Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, not the threat's not over part. That's not so great. But hey, whatever you're up against, your spear, my hammer, just like old times.
Erend, I need the embassy now. I can't wait for you to heal.
Couple of days rest, if that.
Actually, even if you weren't hurt, what I have to do, it's better if I do it alone.
Alone. That figures.
Erend! I hate to interrupt the romance, but I'm pretty banged up here.
Don't blow your blaze, I'm coming.
Don't blow your blaze, he says.
This just keeps getting better. Huh. Listen, I'll go to Barren Light, get patched up. If you want this embassy to happen, we're gonna need this sun priest, Studius Wadis.
Oh, I know him. I'll clear the Valley of Bristlebacks, then send Wadis to Barren Light. I'll catch up with you there.
Well, I guess that's sort of like a goodbye.
I'm sorry?
You? Sorry? Ugh. Yeah, that'd be a first.
Where is this coming from?
Hey, just, forget it, yeah. Ugh. It's nothing.
It sounds like something.
All right, fine. Now, after the battle at the Spire, you took off, you left without so much as a handshake. I mean, people like me, we fought and bled at your side, Aloy, and you just disappear? What kind of person does that?
Erend, I left when I did, how I did, for a reason. A good one.
Oh, thanks for sharing.
Listen to me. Life on Earth is in danger, and only I can save it.
What are you talking about?
Exactly what I just said. Everything living is going to die unless I... fix a piece of technology created by the Old Ones. And time's running out.
Well, I guess that's the reason, all right. I'm an idiot.
Erend! By the Forge.
I guess that's my cue.
Maybe I should go with you to Barren Light.
No, hey,
You're needed elsewhere, obviously. We'll make it without you. I said we're good, Aloy. You go on ahead.
What are you standing around for then?
What the hell was that?
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
You'll have to handle that one on your own. We'll only slow you down.
Okay, bye.
I'll have to find a cauldron out here to learn how to override that.
Oh. Obviously, I didn't mean to run into those guys like that.
That's always good to have extra.
I think I heard another one wandering around, didn't I? Oh, whatever that is, you can't even get to it. Okay, so there's a couple little side missions here. Okay, where is this Scrounger site? Apparently it's pretty far away. Okay, that's very far away. So, never mind on that.
It's a ruin from the old world. I could find something interesting inside.
Yeah, we could find something interesting inside, but we're not going to because I can't figure it out. Alright, I'm not messing with the schoolhouse. I will do that on my own time. So the source of the explosions is kind of going right towards the mine anyway.
Looks like the Ostrom decided to put up a fight.
I suppose we'll help them out.
Guess it's not gonna hurt much. One less machine. Incoming. Another one down.
Ow. Whoops.
Shot of that. One less machine.
Whoops. Damn it. Oh. Ow.
Another one down.
All right, well, you guys go ahead and fight that thing. I'm going to collect some goodies.
There. Quarry's safe.
I don't understand how come
Over here. We gotta talk.
sometimes those acid arrows hit the target, blow it up, and there's other times that the acid arrows will hit it and nothing happens. Because I know there for sure there were several times that I hit the acid barrels with the acid arrows and nothing happened.
I don't know what Honora's doing out here, but consider yourself owed. We tried to hold off and wait for the Vanguard, but one of them bristlebacks charged us. Next thing you know was a full-fledged fracas.
Is everyone okay?
We lost some good people, but we would have lost the whole quarry without you.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a quarry at work, but Chainscrape's whistle ain't blowing, so we're stuck picking up the pieces.
You need the whistle to get back to work?
Me and my crew were just little cogs out here. Can't lift a hammer till Olvin blows that thing. Cause if we work without his say-so, he'll ban us. And my people have been through enough.
Olvin holds that much power?
He's got the money and connections to snuff our fires for good. Almost feels like we stood a better chance with the bristlebacks.
What are you and your crew working on?
We're supposed to be working Olvin's claim, digging out stone to show our barren light. But the work stoppage and the bristlebacks cut us short. Never seen those blasted things in a dump before. Where in Forge Fire did they come from?
I'm not sure.
Silence.
Not yet.
Silence, send him out here.
I need to get going. Stay safe.
Thanks to you, that might actually be possible today.
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks. Chainscrape can get back to work now. I'll go give Olvin the good news.
Okie dokie.
Then maybe this embassy can finally happen.
Maybe. Alright, so did that solve... Wrong way. Okay, so that's a totally different mine. Oh, wait. Skills. I have apparently 3 that I can use. Medicinal berries provide more healing and heal you faster. Well, that sounds like something I could use. Automatically recover health sooner when in the critical health state. Resist more damage when in the critical health state. I want to see what else I can... Increasing melee damage. First, strike an enemy with melee attacks to build up energy on your spear. Then, when fully charged, tap R2 to energize your target. Finally, switch to a bow and shoot the energy on the target to deal a large amount of damage. That's pretty wild. Immediately break an enemy's weapon guard and leave them vulnerable to a follow-up attack. Powerful melee combo. Common among Nora warriors, useful in knocking down small machines and staggering larger ones. So small... Alright, you know what? Let's learn that. That's just 3 light strikes with a heavy strike to finish it off. That at least is something I think my brain can retain. Hello, raccoon. Don't worry, raccoon. I won't kill you unless I have to.
They're riled up now.
Why are they riled up? Just because he saw me? I thought they were supposed to be friendly. Apparently not. Nothing? Bird meat. Whoops. Oh, there's a rope ladder up there. Which means I ought to be able to get up there, but not yet.
Be welcome, Outlander.
Time to get Olsen to blow the whistle, then what east to Barrenlight.
Yeah, you! I'll come find you later. Oh, hi!
Oh, hi. I don't know who you're talking to.
You're as red as a car Karja priest, and why is that, huh?
Maybe I should charge Sarge to watch this.
Don't you have somewhere better to be?
I don't know who any of you people are talking to.
Savior, over here.
You say you can't like necessities.
Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Ulvin's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd.
Is it?
The louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is barren light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvin up.
Okay.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How does blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks help Ulvin get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Karja loosed the bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun King. And with the bristlebacks bringing work in the valley to a halt, Ulvund has plenty of time to pick at barely healed wounds.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. Well, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking, then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
I was a big deal in the claim, and don't you deny it.
Javad, please help. The product in question maimed me. I filled out the required form below, and I still can't even get a refund from Dela the Boomer. Oh, Dela and Boomer. I beg you, give me justice. Complainant, Jordan Guardsman. Product description, Bang Buster, I think. Boom Buster? Does it matter? I bought it 3 days ago. I know you remember me. Incident description. Again, I just told you I was demonstrating the scorched out hammer to my fellow guardsmen by slamming it on a piece of rock, and instead of booming the rock, it boomed towards me, and now I don't have any eyebrows. Am I surprised? Am I sad? Nobody can tell since I no longer have eyebrows. So in case you weren't aware, let me tell you, I'm very unhappy and I want my shards back. Refund denied. Customer was made fully aware of the prototype's volatility at the time of purchase. Proceeded with purchase regardless, proclaiming I am not a baby. All right, so now search west of the bristlebacks. All right, so that's... So I'm guessing these are kind of in the same area, right? Nope, opposite directions entirely. Never mind. All right, so we're going to look up the whole bristlebacks thing, I think. Or that's a level 7. Maybe we should do this instead. Okay, so these are kind of in the same direction, so we'll do that. All right, so we're going to head in that direction. We're going to do the 2 missions that are out there, but I'll do that on the next stream, which will be in a little bit, but I got to take a break for now because it's been over an hour and a half. So anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying the game. Thank you so much for watching. Hope everybody out there is staying safe and healthy and remaining smart instead of scared of these crazy times that we're living in. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification button, and do all the YouTube stuff. And until the next one, as always, peace.